The lights of downtown reflecting off the Willamette River in this terrific look at the picturesque city of Portland. And a good Thursday evening to you. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Joined now by Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much. In this era of player empowerment, no aspect is more important than their determination to make sure their voices are heard. As continued cases of social injustice come to light, they refuse to simply shut up and dribble, if you get my meaning. Instead, they're using their platform to affect change. Kevin, it's a movement among some very determined players.
Much needed indeed, David. Thank you. Kenny, of course, you were nicknamed the Jet for a reason. Who do you think is the fastest player right now going end-to-end in the league?
With the ball, right now is De'Aaron Fox. With the ball. Russell Westbrook is probably just...
Ben Simmons isn't too far behind them either.
But he's more speed and power. Yeah. But in talk about...
But
I had a thing one time, and it was they scored. The team scored with 7 minutes and 17 seconds. I scored. It was 7 minutes and 15 seconds.
Two seconds.
And it was only on an outlet.
Yeah.
It wasn't a long pass.
You got it in stride.
In stride, and then 2 seconds later.
Wow.
So De'Aaron Fox could do that.
That's fast.
Yeah, that's jet-like.
Yeah. Thus the name. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's Porter at the small forward position. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Hezonja is out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. And the first one at the line is good.
But with Carter Jr.'s unique combination of size, length, and skill, I think he'll be a big part of the next wave of elite bigs.
Carter hits them both. Here's Lillard. Mr. Little out of North Carolina, your alma mater, of course, Kenny. It's been a while since we've seen a Tar Heel. This is hard to believe, make an all-star team in the NBA. Any guesses on who could break that trend and get a Heel back in that game?
Man, it's sad to say that.
It is, isn't
Wallace
it? I was just thinking about the other day.
2008, that's the last Tar Heels all-star, but we got a lot of pros. That's a lot of pros.
Tons of pros.
But Kobe White and Nasir, they both have a legitimate shot one day to be all-stars.
Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to Golden State. And there's the pass to McCollum. A shot, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And the confidence McCollum has in catch and shoot, there's no one better in the league. I'm telling you, no one.
Outside, White. Back to Levine. Here's the teardrop, and he lays it up and in.
And what about the touch on the floater? Levine making a difficult shot look easy.
McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. Pass to McCollum. 6 to shoot. Over Markkanen. From deep three-point range, the offensive rebound. Here's Anthony. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo. Overpowering the D and still finishes.
Bulls have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Porter finds Carter.
Kenny, you and Mad Max, Vernon Maxwell, made for a great guard duo. I mean, I got some of these stories about Vern because when I used to work in Houston when I was an undergrad, used to hang out with him.
Oh, man.
Wasn't always wise. But which backcourt partners top the list for you these days?
Harden and Westbrook are at the top of the list, obviously because Curry and Klay Thompson returned. But, you know, Lillard and McCollum, you know, even though they didn't have a great year last year, they're right still at the top. After that, it's up in the air.
I would, and I consider him a guard, but I would put Tatum in there with Kemba.
Oh yeah, I would. Yeah, it's hard to see. I think of
6'10",
Tatum as a
yeah,
three.
as a three. That's true. But they play him and Brown
But they play
together,
them together, yeah.
with Hayward. So.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by White. Here's McCollum. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. White against McCollum. White looking around. Passes to Levine. Fires from deep. Rebound by Anthony. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
Yeah, control flow of second chance opportunities is the key. I mean, something they'll try to replicate tonight.
And really, the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the night.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
That free throw good from Anthony. Kenny, you watched the NBA for so long. What are some things you find that make successful front offices in this league?
You can't be lazy. You got to get on the road.
Guys aren't lazy.
There's some guys there, I'm telling you. You can't be lazy. You got to be on that road. You have to understand. It's easy to see kids at Duke, North Carolina, Kentucky. Yeah. But have you gone to Europe, yourself as a general manager? Have you gone in the mid-major level and been at games when there's only 1,500 in the stands, but there's Paul George playing? Like, have you found him? That's not lazy.
And the thing, he's calling lazy, honestly, is being complacent. And the other thing you got to be, quite frankly, you got to get lucky. You know, you got to get a Kawhi. And you got to get a Giannis, or you got to get a superstar caliber player that allows you to build around. Otherwise, man, it's going to be a challenge.
Bulls have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Outside, Porter. Back to Levine. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Levine's got 9 points.
Like the show of unselfishness from Porter, wanting to improve as a passer and hit his open teammates.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic. Zach Collins comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Little, he's checked in for Mario Hezonja. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Wendell Carter. Young comes in for Markkanen. The chosen one, he's checked in for Porter. And it's Dunn in for White.
Well, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
Looking at the top 5 picks in the 2018 draft, Kenny, all of them have shown good play, tremendous promise. But if you could choose one for your team, which one would it be? I mean, the Doncic and Young and Jackson and Ayton and
if I had to go over and pick it now,
I mean, there's so many of them.
Man, I'm going straight with Doncic.
I mean, there could be only one. It's not even close. The Doncic is the only guy on that list that, when it's all said and done, he's got a chance to be a top 10 all-time player.
Yeah, you know what he reminds me of? A more aggressive deadlift shrimp.
Ooh, I think even more than that. To me, he's a combination. I heard Larry and Magic. He's a combination of Larry and LeBron. Because
I can see that.
Magic wasn't like the scorer that those two are. Like, those guys are scorers.
Yeah, I get it.
and then great passing ability. And the other thing about him, he's a better athlete, and he's a tremendous rebounder. I mean, that guy is special.
Whiteside, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's the chosen one. He is guarded by McCollum. Here's Gafford, and Whiteside sends it back.
Yeah, Whiteside won't allow that. You have to work way harder to outplay a blocker of his talent.
Chicago leading. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. It's deflected and stolen by Whiteside. Pass to Simons. Back to McCollum. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Kenny, your teammate Akeem Olajuwon, a lead on both ends. Who do you think is the best all-around big man in the game right now?
Well, as great as Akeem was, you know, Shaq was probably just the greatest ball handler as guys today. You know, when you think about that, like Giannis and Embiid, those two come to mind. They probably would have gave it to Shaq, but he would have had his shit.
Look, he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays big.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. The Bulls making a switch here. Satoransky's checked in. Whiteside dishes to Little. There's 1:38 left here in the opening quarter. And here's McCollum for 3. Satoransky grabs the miss. Here's the chosen one.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Chicago, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. That's good from the chosen one. Damian Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. Both free throws good from the chosen one. Trailblazers trail by 4. And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
1:22 left in the first quarter. Here's Lillard. The teardrop falls in.
As if he wasn't unstoppable enough, Lillard developed a deadly floater.
And so Satoransky will bring it up for Chicago. Here's the chosen one. 14 points from him the last game against Golden State. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Bulls have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. That free throw good from the chosen one. He hits both from the stripe.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Lillard left side. It's blocked, but they get it back.
No, that tough D doesn't fade Whiteside. He gets physical right back and finds the shot.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And he knocks down the first one. Levine's checked in for the Bulls. Second free throw, no good.
Yeah, and that's what you like about Whiteside. I mean, the rim protection, the rebounding, the intimidation factor. I mean, still developing as an offensive player, making strides, but not there yet.
Satoransky, the pass to Levine. Nailed from three-point land. Levine's got 12.
Some players might wear down during this kind of run. He's only getting strong.
The pass to Lillard. And it's in there.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Lillard against Satoransky. Pass to Valentine. And that one hits back iron.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for Chicago. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We come back right after this. And recently, we chatted with Zach LaVine about the team, and he pointed out what he sees as an advantage.
You know, we should have energy, and we should be outplaying the other team. Like I said, just competitive-wise, we don't have all the miles other teams have. We should have energy, you know, young, hungry dudes that are ready to compete and show what they have in this league. And we shouldn't be tired out there. We should be the most conditioned team. We should be running people up and down.
Greg trying to turn their youthful exuberance into a weapon.
I like that he's focused on increasing their level of activity because it's something within their control.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Collins is out there with Little. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Whiteside. And it's Simons in at the 2 guard. For the players, NBA contracts are guaranteed, but we also see performance incentives. I'm sure that's got to be a motivator, right, with those incentives in that contract.
If that motivates you to play, then something's wrong with you, an incentive.
Because you should love it.
Because the guaranteedness of being there and the wanting to win should motivate you more than anything else.
And honestly, like, most guys, and this sounds crazy, but they don't really know all the language in the contract. They just know it's got a G at the end of it. It's guaranteed. Because, like, you really don't think about that stuff. And you sure as heck don't think about it in the heat of the battle.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. Well, last season, the Blazers were beset by injuries, and they fell short of their goals. Their star, Damian Lillard, said, "Once we're in a better position, I want people to remember how I responded when things didn't go my way. But they know my character is true." Kevin, we know that Dame grew up in Oakland, a place where overcoming adversity was ingrained. Back to you.
Thank you, D.A. Here's what Portland's going with right now. Nurkic checked in for Whiteside. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Collins. And Mario Hezonja subbed in for Little. Outside, White. Porter finds Carter. And here's LaVine. And the jam by LaVine.
Showing off the entire arsenal right now. LaVine's so outstanding and scoring in a multitude of ways.
Lillard dishes to Anthony. Well, the league continues to test out new rules. The coaches' challenge now, guys, extended from its one-year trial. What do you think about that, Kenny? You approve?
Well, coaches always had something to say about calls, so now they can take action to it. So, yeah, I think that it's needed once a game. But I also think if you get it right, you should keep being able to challenge multiple times. If you get it right, that means I could get another one. If I get that right, I could get another one. I should just stop.
What do you think, Greg?
I like that theory in terms of having more
Get a
than one.
reward
if
for
you earn it, and most coaches are still figuring out how to use it because more often than not, you don't want to use it early in the game, even if it's a significant play, because later in the game, as we all know, that last 2 minutes, if it's a close game, well, you do not want to lose because of the official.
On the clock, Markkanen inside the line. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock. Now it's a 4-point Bulls lead. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Hezonja kicks to McCullough. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Back to Hezonja. That shot missing. Good work defensively by Carter. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively. He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Passes it to Lillard. 3-pointer. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And he's caught fire this quarter yet to miss a shot.
Carter up top. That's tipped. Nurkic with the steal. Down low. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Lillard. Anthony's got 6.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Porter looking it over. Outside, Levine. The shot misses. Now Portland takes it the other way. After this one, they take on the Clippers at the Staples Center. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Count that bucket. Lillard's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Markkanen passes to Levine. They need this. Trying to get open is Carter. Levine can't hit.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
That's just great defense, forcing his man into a difficult attempt.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Outside, Porter. Back to Levine. Pass to Carter. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. The pass to Markkanen. Lock at 6. Portland grabs the miss. Anthony's got his 6th rebound on the night. Nurkic trying to get open. Good on the shot. Anthony's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
Some changes for Chicago. The chosen one comes in for Zach LaVine, and Chris Dunn subbed in for Kobe White. Here's the chosen one. Rebounded by McCollum. McCollum's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
That basket is a product of Lillard's toughness. He's not afraid to take on defenders.
Bulls trail by 9. Dunn passes to the chosen one. To the middle. Here's Markkanen. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Lillard with the bucket.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And Chicago shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively here. Here's the chosen one, covered by Anthony. Here's the chosen one. A shot off that time. Good work defensively by Anthony.
And they continue to control the glass.
And Hezonja gets it to go.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Pass to the chosen one. 1:57 left here in the second. And that one goes long. Portland leading by 11. Hezonja on the wing. Guarded by Porter. Hazonia with the ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against Oklahoma City.
Not to mention his defense. I mean, he was a terror. He came away with 3 steals and caused a whole lot of headaches.
And we want to thank the Jet for giving us his thoughts. Kenny, you can stop by here anytime. That door is always open for you.
Well, the door's open, but I'm going to steal a key just in case you don't invite me back. I'm taking it right now.
Well, he'll have the key.
Yes, sir. I'm taking the key right now.
We'll tell
fellow,
G when he
back. Fellow PG, we got to let him in.
Yes, sir. I want to be back.
You guards always stay together. And C-Web, what can you say? Kenny Smith never one to pull any punches when he's talking about basketball. Or anything, for that matter.
Yeah, definitely. And he was such an integral piece to those Hakeem Olajuwon championship teams there in Houston.
For the Trailblazers, Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic. Zach Collins comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Little in for Mario Hazonia. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Wendell Carter. Young comes in for Markkanen. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And Satoransky's subbed in for Dunn. Pass to the chosen one. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Simons, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. There's 38 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's McCollum. Rebound by the chosen one. Bulls trail by 16. They need this one. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
And not the same rhythm or approach that he had in the first quarter when he was taking it straight to the teeth of the D and really creating contact. Like to see him get back to that here in this quarter.
He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Here's the chosen one. He's guarded by McCollum. Here's the chosen one. The Bulls have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. First one falls for him. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. From deep, it's deflected, and through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's the Trailblazers up by 16.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for the great interview, David, and we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
So the Bulls 5 right now. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the pivot, manning the middle. Levine, good. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. No good on that one.
And now, Wendell Carter, a great young prospect for the Bulls. Kevin, he's seen steady improvement so far. They believe he'll be a factor for a long time.
He hits the second from the line.
And with Carter, they like that he's an impact player on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, Jay, and on the offensive end, he's an underrated passer. I could see him taking more playmaking responsibility in the future. The ceiling on his skill set is very high.
McCollum, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Levine, good.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Bulls have a new front office, branching out from the Nuggets brain trust with new team president. Given Denver's success identifying and developing young talent with a win percentage that's climbed year after year, there is at least some optimism that the Bulls will be able to build a similar and sustainable winning program. Guys?
Wouldn't that be a story? Thank you, David. Here's White. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third, and he gets it back. Lays it up off the glass.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. That makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
Pass to Azania. Back to Lillard. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Lillard's got 24 points.
All right, I'm telling you, don't let Lillard get in rhythm. Once he's feeling it, he's going to burn you on every possession.
White finds Carter. Up top, Porter. Hazonia defending. Just 5 on the clock. Carter. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Anthony gets it to go. Anthony's got 12.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
Here's Markkanen. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 6th rebound on the night.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Puts it up. And again, it's Portland converted. Bulls trail by 20. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
A floater, and there's the nice layup by White.
He's crafty with the floater. White has various finishes he can unleash on opponents.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic. Zach Collins comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Little, he's checked in for Mario Hezonja. And it's Simons in for McCullough. The Bulls making a change here as well. Dunn's checked in. Whiteside against Carter. Three-pointer, Lillard. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Levine passes to Markkanen. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Markkanen's got 6 points.
And when Markkanen is making this, it boosts his aggressiveness, and it helps him fire up, too.
Carter against Whiteside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Now, look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one fly.
Here's White. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Well, some highs and lows for Kobe White in his rookie season. But you can see the upside he possesses, Kevin. White can get hot and fill it up in a hurry.
Daniel Gafford's checked in for the Bulls. Young comes in for Lauri Markkanen.
And with White, how about a 23-point quarter early in his NBA career?
White's numbers were pretty bad overall. But with that huge quarter he had, the streaky shooting, you can see what lies ahead for him.
Lillard dishes to Whiteside. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Done against Lillard. Done outside. Outside, White. Now the pass to Young. Shot clock at 6. And the basket is good.
The defense is aggressive on him, but when you're giving up that much height, there's only so much you can do.
Pass to Simons. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Portland again missing.
Defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
Passes it to Dunn. Young outside. Inside. Levine can't hit.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Now here's Little. Knocks it loose. Pass to Simon. Whiteside trying to break free. They get the rebound. The dish to Collins. Whiteside controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 13.
Amongst the best hitting the offensive glass, Whiteside can pile up those second chance points.
And White kicks to Levine. Outside White. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
And he knows it too. He tried to get away with it. Sometimes you do. That time he did.
So for the Bulls, Valentine's checked in for Daniel Gafford. And it's the chosen one in for White. They grab their own miss. Whiteside slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It goes on Denzel Valentine. The Trailblazers shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Chicago. Satoransky comes in for Chris Dunn. Free throw, good, Whiteside. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are 3 guys that I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with Giannis, witnessing his journey to greatness. All the while, he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's the chosen one. He's got 7. Shoots a fader. Here's Carter. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Carter's got 5 now.
Oh, man, what a good job by Carter. I mean, he takes complete control of the paint and finishes the play strong.
Oh, Whiteside in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, perhaps Whiteside would be my first pick to go for an alley-oop. Size, hops, great radius to catch the ball.
Young inside. He's covered by Whiteside. Here's the chosen one. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
The physicality Carter Jr. plays with, it's impressive. It's what makes defenders overcommit like this.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line. And the first one drops. And Portland making a change here. McCollum's checked in. Carter hits them both. .107 left to play here in the third. There's the pass to Whiteside. Rebound by the Bulls. Carter's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's the chosen one. Portland grabs the miss. Whiteside's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Man, he's just pulled a Harry Houdini in this quarter. He's completely disappeared.
Ooh, what body control from McCollum. This guy's just a scorer. He takes on all comers.
34 seconds left to play in the third. Here's the chosen one. He's guarded by McCollum, and it's blocked by Whiteside. Here's Little. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And the Trailblazers lead by 18. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's the chosen one. He is guarded by McCollum, and he gets the bucket. And it's 9 points for the chosen one.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
Here's Simons. Here's Whiteside. It's off. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on a platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's More of the same from the first 3 quarters. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Hazonia, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And the length of court at that time is a problem for the D, especially when he's close to the basket.
Shooting for Chicago, Porter. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
And a wide open look for McCollum. No good with the triple. Bulls trail by 15. Here's the chosen one. A shot, no good. Good D by McCollum. And now Portland on the break. Pulls up for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
No 3-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
Pass to the chosen one. Feeds it to Markkanen. 6 on the shot clock. Satoransky against Lillard. The shot by Satoransky, no good. Trailblazers leading by 18. Porter with the steal. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Shooting for Chicago, number 25. At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Carter, he's checked in for Valentine. Both free throws good from the chosen one. And here's McCollum. And the layup's good off the glass. McCollum's got 10 points in just the second half.
He's an excellent penetrator. I mean, as soon as McCollum sees a lane, he's all over.
Satoransky, bounce pass. Here's the chosen one.
Dang, that's his 4th foul. Now he's going to have to be careful. Still a little ways to go and only 2 fouls to spare.
Chicago making some changes. Dean comes in for the chosen one, and it's Kobe White in for Satoransky. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Now for Portland. Whiteside comes in for Anthony, and Collins subbed in for McCollum. And Chicago also making a switch. The chosen one, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. Lillard, the pass to Hazonia. Right side, Collins. Back to Hazonia. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
Clearly a foul.
Shooting for Portland, Mario Hazonia. At the line for two.
The first free throw is good. A different look now for Portland. Anthony's checked in for Nurkic, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Collins. And so he hits both. We know the NBA is looking to get rid of the one-and-done rule pretty soon. Adam Silver, Greg, saying he thinks the league can create a better system. Do you think so?
I think they can create a better system for some. I think the growth of the G League, no doubt, is instrumental in that new system. Now these young rookies can get the playing time in lower-tier pro games as they continue to develop. But I think still the collegiate game plays a significant role. The experience of going to college, even for a year, can be invaluable.
There are pros both ways, college or the G League. Agreed?
I do. I'm just glad it's not a one-size-fits-all proposition. Now you have the option. Not every kid wants to go to college and have that experience.
Passes it to McCollum. Anthony down low. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. He looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
2 shots.
That's good from Anthony.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
Both free throws good from Anthony. Down the stretch of last season, Greg, we saw some teams resting healthy players, even ones out of the playoff hunt. And they got fined. But is the amount, which I think is about $25,000, is that enough to discourage that tactic?
You know, I don't think it is. Not when team revenues are measured in the hundreds of millions. You got to do more to keep them honest, but by the same token, you know, if I got $200 million invested in the guy, I want to protect my investment. And so if I can rest them here or there and prolong their career, I think my organization's all the better for it. He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
Now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, C.J. McCollum.
It's a take charge brand of basketball he's been playing tonight. His point total tells you all you need to know about just how good he's been. And once he got going, their game plan really became simple. Just get him the ball.
They increased his role tonight after dropping their last game, and the move paid off. He's been the best player on the court by far, and now they don't have to worry about a losing streak. To the paint, right side trying to break free, and McCollum the bucket on the assist by Lillard.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Here's the chosen one. He is guarded by McCollum. shooting foul. As the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws. McCollum, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Ray, compare the times when you played as an NBA player with a lot more contact and what was like go on the floor to what we're seeing now when there seem to be a lot of whistles, a lot of stoppage of play.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. You know, you got to allow players to defend. And if they're in a legal guarding position, let them do their job. You know, eliminate the cheap ones. Part of the issue, though, partner, is now so much of the game is played on an island, right? You don't have the crowds that you typically would see guys in back in our era. There's more space. The court, in that sense, is bigger. You're out there kind of on your own, man, and these guys are crafty at drawing fouls.
It's never been harder for a defender. Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Markkanen. Denzel Valentine comes in for Otto Porter Jr. And Satoransky subbed in for Kobe White.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that miss back. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving freebies at the line.
Here's Anthony. Goes back up. Pass to Swanigan. Anthony trying to get open. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Portland.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-gamer.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for C.J. McCollum.
He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Collins is checked in, and the Bulls making a change here as well. Felicio is checked in. No good on the second free throw. And we've seen more attention given to how fans, Greg, interact with players during the games, whether it's verbal or even physical. Is that something the league's got to keep an eye on?
Absolutely. It's all about making sure that everyone is protected and respected. You know, this is entertainment, right? This is not do or die from a life standpoint, and we don't want to have things escalate.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of barrier there. I agree. Intercepted. Adams taking his time here. Out to the right wing. Here's Simons. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Here's Chicago. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Now Adams. Four on the shot clock. The feed to Collins. And it's blocked. Satoransky with it. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.